today, August 19, 2017, if they're talking about those laws, then by all means, the 13th Amendment needs to be rephrased. This rally is about rectifying that. But all in all, we know we're rectifying the abolition of prisons as we know them today, period. Am I right?
Because mass media isn't going to show this to anyone. We have to be able to do this. Can you hear me? So I wanted to use this platform to amplify the voices of two friends of mine, Chanton Miles and Lacino Hamilton, incarcerated in the Michigan Department of Corrections. It's a pleasure to be a part of something so significant and have an opportunity to stand here through a great friend of ours to address one of the many ways racism hides itself in policy and institutions. We thank everyone for all the sacrifices, time, and energy it took to organize, plan, and complete this mission. Much love and appreciation to the people, the most important aspect of any movement, for showing up and demanding their voices to be heard. Not allowing this blatant form of dehumanization to continue on. Today we're not marching asking for anything. We're demanding for Congress to remove the stark form of disrespect for human life. The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution is a reminder that America's slave and racist origin is alive and striving. They're striving in the police, the court, and the prison system. Even if we successfully pressure Congress to abolish the 13th Amendment, it would be no solution to abolishing the power Congress has to begin with. Such a demand may be great to raise awareness about interlinked systems and marginalization in policing and imprisonment, but it's not a realistic effort to smash caging people for part of or all of their lives. It would not prevent imprisonment from being the primary mode of state-inflicted punishment. Not one prisoner would go free. America would still lead in the world of imprisonment. We must continue to organize beyond this. This is a form of awareness. We are making people aware of what is happening, but we must continue to organize. And not only that, abolishing the 13th Amendment affects the exploited working conditions prisoners face daily. Being incarcerated in Michigan's Department of Corrections is at first-hand experience to how this amendment is detrimental to prisoners and their families. We have prisoners who are mentally and physically incapable of working assigned to work details. You have elderly women and men working exaggerated hours to support themselves. You have prisoners working in kitchens from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. for 35 cents an hour. Prisoners working in yard crews, shoveling snow, using motorless push lawnmowers, raking and cleaning 40-plus acres for $50 a month. This is beyond exploitation. Slavery was inhumane in the past and is inhumane now. We need to ask ourselves, how long are we going to allow these racist police and institutions to stand behind and continue making decisions devastating the rights of our own, of human beings? We all deserve fair and equal treatment regardless of race, creed, color, criminal, or otherwise. Human rights are not a privilege bestowed upon individuals due to good behavior and conduct. And they're not limited to policies and laws enforced by bureaucratic government officials and administrators. As a civilized society, resorting to such draconian methods to handle dying economic, social, and political systems shows an in-depth ability of Congress to govern their society. Instead of marching and rallying to plead Congress to respect our rights, let's march and rally and plead for the people to get involved. At the end of the day, that's what's going to make a real difference. We shouldn't necessarily be marching to change and educate the government. We should be marching and working to change and educate the people. For too long, we have worked for substantive reform, then settled for weakly worded and poorly enforced legislation. If we are to seek new goals for our struggles, we must first reassess the methods to be adequate and relied on too much. It may be reassuring to remember Paulo Freire's words. Freedom is acquired by conquest. not a gift. It must be pursued constantly and responsibly. Freedom is not an ideal located outside of the individual, nor is it an ideal which becomes a myth. It is rather an indispensable condition for the quest of human completion. We must keep fighting for freedom. It will never be given to us. We must educate each other. The government will not educate us. And there's nothing we need to tell Congress. They already know. We need to educate each other and our people so that we can rise together. This is for us, not for them. This is for us. The real leap forward does not consist of some symbolic congressional measure, but in the people, accepting the challenge and embracing struggle and surmounting obstacles. There is a deeper message than demanding that any particular amendment or law be changed. The deeper message is to join the struggle. That is, commit to the courageous struggle, whatever the circumstances or the odds. Thank you from Brothers in the Struggle, Lacino Hamilton and Chanton Miles.
Thank you. Right now we're going to take a break.